Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. In this video we're going to be reacting to another of George Carlin's comedy. This one is titled A War on Homelessness. Oh my days, am I looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to how he's gonna spin it. Alright people, without any further ado, if you haven't seen it before, please, I would like to implore you to take what he says as things that are meant to trigger your thought process rather than try and have a go at him. It's important that we realize that it's comedy, but also they're touching on real life stuff as well. Just be rational in our thinking. That's what I would say. Because sometimes we take things a little bit too seriously.
By the way, speaking of American values, aren't we about due to start bombing some small country that only has a marginally effective air force? Seems to me like we're a couple of weeks overdue to drop high explosives on helpless civilians. People who have no argument with us whatsoever. I think we ought to be out there doing what we do best, gang, making big holes in other people's countries. I hate to be repetitious, but God, we are a warlike lot, you know? We can't stand not to be fucking with somebody. We couldn't wait for that Cold War to be over, could we? Just couldn't wait for that Cold War to be over so we could go and play with our toys in the sand. Go play with our toys in the sand. And when we're not invading some sovereign nation or setting it on fire from the air, which is more fun, then we're usually declaring war on something here at home. Did you ever notice that? We love to do that, don't we? We love to declare war on things here in America. Anything we don't like about ourselves, we have to declare war on it. Don't do anything about it. We just declare war on it. We got a war. It's the only metaphor we have in our public discourse for solving a problem. It's called declaring a war. We got a war on poverty, the war on crime, war on litter, the war on cancer, the war on drugs. But you ever notice there's no war on homelessness, is there? Nah, no war on homelessness. You know why? There's no money in that problem. There's no money in that problem. Nobody stands. It's true. Nobody stands to get rich off of that problem. You could find a solution to homelessness where the corporate swine and the politicians could steal a couple of $1 million each. You'd see the streets of America begin to clear up pretty goddamn quick. I'll guarantee you that. I will guarantee you that.
That's crazy. I don't think I've ever heard that. Even here in the UK, I'm going to need to look into that. I don't think anybody's ever said, oh, war on homelessness, but they've said it everything else. That's true though. Oh, that's interesting.
So, I got an idea for homelessness. You know what they ought to do? You know what they ought to do? Give the homeless their own magazine. Give them their own magazine. It would make them feel better, for one thing. That's a sure sign of making it in this country. Every group in this country that makes it and arrives at a certain level has its own magazine. You have Working Mother magazine, Black Entrepreneur magazine, Hispanic Business magazine. In fact, any activity engaged in by more than 4 people in this country has got a fucking magazine devoted to it. Skydiving, mountain climbing, snowmobiling, backpacking, bungee jumping, duck hunting, shooting someone in the asshole with a dart gun, jerking off. They probably have a magazine for that. I'm sure they have. I know they have a magazine. Walking. There's actually a fucking magazine called Walking. Look, Dan, the new Walking is out. Here's a good article, putting one foot in front of the other. Give them their own magazine. Give the homeless their own magazine. You know what you call it? Better Crates and Cartons. Then when they get finished reading it, they can use it to line their clothing. That's a good, sound business solution. That's the kind of answer you get from a conservative American businessman. Say, yeah, let them read it. When they get finished reading, they can use it to plug up the holes in them piano crates they all seem to like to live in. A good, sound, practical, conservative American business.
Oh gosh, just paused.
Solution. I'll tell you what they ought to do about homelessness. First thing, change the name of it. Change the name of the condition. It's not homelessness, it's houselessness. It's houses these people need. A home is an abstract idea. A home is a setting. It's a state of mind. These people need houses, physical, tangible structures. But where are you going to put them? Where are you going to build them? Nobody wants you to build low-cost housing near their house. People don't want it near them. We got something in this country, you've heard of it, it's called NIMBY, N-I-M-B-Y. Not in my backyard. People don't want any kind of social help located anywhere near them. You try to open up a halfway house, try to open up a rehab center for drugs or alcohol, try to build a little home for some retarded people who want to work their way into the community. People say, not in my backyard. People don't want anything near them, especially if it might help somebody else. Part of the great American spirit of generosity we're always told about. Big, generous American nation. Ask an Indian about that. Ask an Indian.
But this thing, though, it doesn't just apply to America. It does apply over here as well in Britain, where people would go ballistic and say, oh, I can't believe how many homeless people we've got in this country. The government's not doing anything about it and all of that. And then wait for a construction about to start around their community. Do they go ballistic? Not happening, and then you're fighting tooth and nail to stop that construction. It's like, what do you want? Where are we going to build it?
In Indian, how generous this country is. If you can find one, you got to locate the Indian first. We've made him just a little difficult to find. Or if you need current data, select the black family at random and ask them how generous this country has been. People don't want anything near them, even if it's something they believe in, something they think society needs, like prisons. Everybody wants that, right? Everybody wants more prisons. That's the new answer to all of our problems. Lock a lot of motherfuckers up. Everybody wants more prisons. They say, build more prisons! But not here. Well, why not? What's wrong? What's the problem? What's wrong with having a prison in your neighborhood? Well, it seemed to me like it would make it a pretty crime-free area, don't you think? You think a lot of crackheads and muggers and pimps and hookers are going to be hanging around in front of a fucking prison? Bullshit, they ain't coming anywhere near it. What's wrong with these people? All the criminals are locked up behind the walls, and if a couple of them do break out, what do you think they're going to do? Hang around? Check real estate trends? Bullshit. They're fucking gone. That's the whole idea of breaking out of prison, is to get the fuck as far away as you possibly can. Not in my backyard. People don't want anything near them. Except military bases. They don't mind that, do they? No, they like that. Give them an army base. Makes them happy. Why? Jobs. Jobs. Self-interest. Even if the base is loaded with nuclear weapons, they don't give a fuck. They say, well, I'll take a little radiation if I can get a job. Working people have been fucked over so long in this country, those are the kind of decisions they're left to make. I got just the place for low-cost housing. I have solved this problem. I know where we can build housing for the homeless. Golf courses. Perfect. Golf courses. Just what we need. Plenty of good land in nice neighborhoods, land that is currently being wasted on a meaningless, mindless activity engaged in primarily by white, well-to-do male businessmen who use the game to get together to make deals to carve this country up a little finer among themselves. I am getting tired, really tired. I am getting tired of these golfing cocksuckers in their green pants and their yellow pants and their orange pants and their precious little hats and their cute little golf carts. It is time to reclaim the golf courses from the wealthy and turn them over to the homeless. Golf is an arrogant, elitist game, and it takes up entirely too much fucking room in this country. Too much fucking room in this country.
You're going to start a war. He's gonna start. Oh my days, I can't believe they actually like posting stuff. Oh, imagine. Wow.
It is an arrogant game on its very design alone. Just the design of the game speaks of arrogance. Think of how big a golf course is. The ball is that fucking big. What do these pin-headed pricks need with all that land? There are over 17,000 golf courses in America. They average over 150 acres apiece. That's over 3 million acres. That's 4,820 square miles. You could build 2 Rhode Islands and a Delaware for the homeless on the land currently devoted to this meaningless, mindless, arrogant, elitist, racist. There's another thing. The only blacks you'll find in country clubs are carrying trays and a boring game for boring people. Did you ever watch golf on television? It's like watching flies fuck. And a mindless game. Mindless. Think of the intellect. Think of the intellect it must take to draw pleasure from this activity. Hitting a ball with a crooked stick and then walking after it. And then hitting it again. I say, pick it up, asshole. You're lucky you found the fucking thing. Put it in your pocket and go the fuck home. Go the fuck home. You're a winner. No chance of that happening. Dorco in the plaid knickers is going to hit it again and walk some more. Let these rich cocksuckers play miniature golf. Let them fuck with a windmill for an hour and a half or so. See if there's any real skill among them. Now, I know there are some people who play golf who don't consider themselves rich. Fuck them! And shame on them for engaging in an arrogant, elitist pastime. Hey, here's another place we could put some low-cost housing: cemeteries. There's another idea whose time has passed. Saving all the dead people in one part of town? What the hell kind of a superstitious, religious, medieval bullshit idea is that? Plow these motherfuckers up, plow them into the streams and rivers of America. We need that phosphorus for farming. If we're gonna recycle, let's get serious. Thank you.
Okay. The end? That's such a George way of doing things. He just doesn't give a monkeys, does he? Oh my days. I'm just trying to imagine when he was around what people must have been saying about him in terms of not the people that agree with him, not the people that are struggling and stuff like that, but more importantly, the people in power, the people that are of higher class that believe what he was saying was gonna, because people are very quick to do this. They're very quick to say, oh, we need to shut this person down because he's making too much sense, and people are gonna start realizing the things that we're doing that's making their life even more difficult. I'm just kind of curious to think what it was like at that time, because have you played golf before? If you haven't, like, I've got a friend that does it and he's very good at doing it. But my days, he was trying to introduce me to it and I just couldn't get the point of the thing. And I was struggling. I was like, seriously, I need to keep walking after this? I need to do this? Like, is this a thing? Obviously, it requires a lot of skills and patience and dedication to be able to kind of like see it through. But no, it is an interesting game. But people, I suppose there's an argument for any sport, isn't it? If you're not a lover of that sport, you could make an argument against it. Some people would say, oh, I struggle to watch football. Like, why would you want to watch grown men run, or women run around in a pitch just kicking a ball around? Or why would you want to watch people play table tennis? There's an argument for anything, but I suppose it depends on what the agenda is. If that's where you can kind of take it from. But oh my days, George speaking facts again. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about that. I think golf's a lot more inclusive now, isn't it, than it was previously in the past. When I mean inclusive, both gender, in terms of race, and all this sort of stuff as well. There's an argument that it could be more, but there's an argument for every angle, isn't it? Let me know. Let me know. I'm looking forward to reading the comments in this one. I look forward to reading the comments in the comment section below. Let me know of any recommendations that you'd like me to react to, and I will do my best to do that as quickly as possible. If you like what we're all about, please like, subscribe, and join our community. And until next time, people, you make sure you look after yourself and you stay safe. Oh yeah. Oh, where's the book? I am thinking of, because there's been a few requests of me doing like voiceovers and reading a book and stuff like that, and I have considered it, and I am thinking about reading, doing like book reading and stuff like that. But it's not going to be a video; it's just going to be like a voiceover. So I'll read the book, and then I would kind of put the video on afterwards, not of me reading it, but just like images and stuff like that to kind of go over the video of the book that I've read. I'm starting with a book titled Is It My Fault, Mummy? It is a book that was written by a foster carer who has got over 20 years of caring for children that have gone through a lot of trauma, and the people in the book, the names have all been doctored for safeguarding reasons, including the author of the book, because she's still currently a foster carer. Let me know. I'm trying to decide if it should go on a Saturday or a Sunday or even a Friday. If we can agree on the day it should go on, if say Friday, we'll try and make sure it happens every Friday. There'll be a chapter each every week until we'll go through the book, see how that book goes, and then we go through another one, and then after that, see how it's picking up. We can then decide to do maybe more times through the week and stuff like that, and then take recommendations of books like we do with this one. I look forward to hearing from you guys about this, and then we can get the ball rolling. Until next time, guys, you make sure you stay safe. It has been Kings. Peace. Bye for now. Everyone.